So, so it's one thing. I feel like it distracts me when I'm like, is that a bad angle? All right, whatever. Look, like it's one thing to enjoy something, and it's another thing to get fixated on something. And I'm realizing, oh my god, I didn't realize. Once again, like the fact that the music can play now while you're taking a video is a new thing for me, because I remember like you couldn't do that with the older phones. So it's a new thing for me to wear. So yeah, like I'm seeing that again, which is always why like I had to just let everything go, detach from everything, always going down that path, because yeah, like my mind has this tendency to get very fixated on something to where I actually don't realize I am even fixated on it, to a point where yeah, it's disempowering and subtly self-destructive without even like completely realizing it, you know, because you're just like, you just think, oh, like I just enjoy this, but it's not just that. When you're like, I need this, and I need this. All right, hold up, let's just, so when you're like trying to make something happen to where, because you think you enjoy it, but you're controlling things a little too much, and trying a little too hard to make something happen, to where maybe you get there, maybe you think you enjoy seeing the sunset, to the point where like, yeah, like I'm gonna make sure that I can see the sunset today, but then it like subtly distracts all your attention without really realizing it, and then you get to the sunset and it's like you can't even enjoy it, because what I'm saying is it's distracting. Getting so obsessed with seeing the sunset, for example, is distracting you from seeing that it, oh my god, what's going on? It's distracting you from seeing that like what you're looking for is not outside of you. It never is. The fulfillment you're looking for is never outside of you. It is always simply here. And you know, by looking towards something or someone outside of you in that kind of way, it can be so subtle, like I'm saying, the way where, you know, you may not even be aware that you're kind of doing that. It's like sometimes that's why I just have to kind of like focus on just letting everything go, letting go of like my preferences, honestly, and my any expectations, because then if I don't mind what happens, at least I can know and feel the freedom that no matter what happens or doesn't happen, I can still be focused on just feeling good in my heart. If you feel good in your heart, anything can happen and it's fine. That's the whole thing. If you feel good inside of yourself, it literally doesn't really matter what unfolds or what doesn't unfold. You know, honestly, it doesn't even matter if you fucking see the sunset or the fucking moon, okay? Like, that's just like one that my mind has specifically gotten like very subtly like fixated on those things, because I innocently enjoy them, especially when like I'm not fixated on it at all and it spontaneously happens, and it's like, oh, wow. But like the moment that you're grasping to it a little too tightly, you're missing the point. That you don't enjoy the beautiful sunset because it's a beautiful sunset, but because it's reflecting to you the beauty that is already inside of you. It's reflecting to you that peace and stillness that's simply always here. And so I would rather, so sometimes I do have to kind of like go through phases where I see that that's happening again, and I'm just, there's like, and I'm like, all right, we're just gonna go through a total shedding, maybe a little bit to an extreme, actually, a little bit, you know, it may not be forever, but sometimes you need to kind of be a little bit extreme about things, just temporarily, perhaps, so that I can really focus on, it's right here, it's right here, it's right here, it's right now, everything I'm looking for, it's just this, it's okay, and, anything can happen, and I feel good inside then, you know, but like this shedding period so that I can just let go of all expectation, let go of those desires of any kind, really, and just start to see it doesn't matter that much. And then from a total shedding, you know, there can be a new kind of rebirthing, a new kind of allowing things back in a more balanced way. Because the moment I start to see that I am grasping too tightly, the image of like strangling life is what comes to me strongly, because it does feel like that almost. It almost feels like a violent, it sounds funny, but it almost feels like a violent act or something against yourself, or you're strangling life when you're holding on too tightly, just trying to make things happen and that kind of thing. It just doesn't feel good, because your attention is distracted into that, and you're in your mind, and that's really the thing, is all your attention is just kind of hijacked. So you gotta let your mind rest within your heart. And so a nice way to just allow that to happen is just to go ahead and kind of just let go of expectations, let go, try even like the little things, like I'm gonna try to see the sunset, and I'm gonna try to look at the, you know what, let it go. And if it spontaneously unfolds naturally from a place of already feeling good inside, then you will be there to appreciate it. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't really matter. Like it doesn't matter that much. It just doesn't. It's so funny.